All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome. It is I don't know what the day is actually. I have to look on my phone for the actual date. It's 30th October. 30th of October. Okay, cool. So I was just kind of checking in terms of what I wanted to kind of share with you guys tonight. And I was asking Eden, what do you think? And she wasn't feeling so great today, so she didn't give me any ideas. And then I heard two words of the song that I was just playing, and I thought, okay, perfect. So what if I told you that there are certain things that have absolutely nothing to do with your business that are preventing you from having the business that gives you everything? What if I were to tell you that there are things that have absolutely nothing to do with your business that are preventing you from having a business that could give you everything? So just think for a moment that there are things that have nothing to do with your business that could give you a business that gives you everything. So what might have been the two words that I heard in that song? You don't have to guess, but I'll share a little story with you. So something you might not know about me is I used to spend a lot of time in personal development workshops, in actual seminars all the time. And so much so that I actually at one point was running a personal development center, and I was helping to train and facilitate lots of people. But for as many breakthroughs as I had being a teacher in those rooms, one of my most important breakthroughs that I ever had was being a student, of course. And so I'm going to share a story with you, and it comes to everything I want to share with you about tonight's call, and that's this. So part of that curriculum, if you will, is we would go out onto a ropes course. Now, drop a 1 in the chat if you've ever done a ropes course. So maybe it's zip lining or climbing up a pole and then jumping off. Maybe it is working with partners, right? It can be very, very fun, very, very exciting, very, very scary for some people. But the whole point of going on the ropes course is that the ropes demonstrate to you the ways that you actually do life. So it's a really interesting exercise because we go out there and we're doing these activities, but really what the activities are a reflection of how we do our life, okay? So there was this one particular exercise, and I looked at it and I said, okay, cool, no problem. So what I want you to imagine is that to get to the rope exercise, you have to climb up sorry, I can't do this in the metric system, but you had to climb up, say, 30 feet on a telephone pole way up in the sky. And this telephone pole had a little platform, and there was this one long rope, just a one skinny rope that went all the way to the other side by about, say, I don't know, 100 yards. So what is that, like 50 meters, something like that, 65 meters, something like that across? I don't know. Sandra, maybe you could help me out here, buddy. I know I'm so American. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, right. So pretty far, pretty long. Now, we were in a harness, so we were safe. So don't worry, Carmen, we were safe. But the only way to move across the rope was that there were other ropes that kind of went like this. So imagine you had one rope here, okay, and another rope here, and then two more ropes and two more ropes and two more ropes and two more ropes, okay? Now you could grab onto one rope. I could grab one rope and start walking along. But it became physically impossible to reach the next rope unless I was willing to do what with this rope? Type in the chat box. So I could walk and I could walk and I could walk and I could climb. But the only way I could reach the new rope, that's right, is if I was willing to let go. If I was willing to let go. And in my mind, I knew, because the people on the ground told me, hey, all you have to do to move along to the next rope is to let go of the rope you've been holding on to. No problem. Until you get up there. No problem until the rope below you starts to move. No problem until as you start to reach for the next rope, your entire body starts to shake. No problem until you go to reach for the rope that's in front of you, and now you think, there's no possible way I can move forward. No problem until, as I'm reaching for the rope ahead of me, my arm starts to get exhausted physically from the rope that's behind me. But because I'm too scared to reach forward to the next rope, now my physical body is suffering by holding on to the past rope. And when my physical body starts to suffer, guess what happens to my mental body? My mental body starts to suffer 100 times more. Because now I only have one choice, and that's this. If I'm unwilling to let go of the past rope, the one behind me, to move forward to the next rope, then I only have one choice, and that's to go back to the very beginning, get off, get on the ladder, climb all the way back down, and make no progress in my life. So what does that have to do with you and this thing we call network marketing, and this thing we call life, and this thing we call Isagenix? It has everything to do with it. Remember what I said? I said, what if there were things that have nothing to do with your business that could have the ability to give you a business that gives you everything? I don't know what the answer is to the question of what do you get to let go of in order to move forward, but I bet you know the answer to that question. Drop a 2 in the chat box if there's some part of you, something coming up in your stomach or in your head or somewhere in your body, that as I'm describing the story and as I'm talking about there being something to let go of in your life that you know you're holding on to that's keeping you from moving forward. Just drop a 2 in the chat box if you know that there's something, just something. And some of you are having a conversation in your head right now saying, no, that has nothing to do with my business. This has nothing to do with my business. Some of you are having that conversation in your head right now too. And what I want you to notice, for those of you that are having the conversation in your head right now about the thing having nothing to do with your business, I want you to notice, if you just stop for a moment and you're honest with yourself, notice how even though logically you don't think it has anything to do with your business, you can be aware of how it might be affecting your business. So for example, let's just use an example. I don't know. Let's say you have some kind of past drama going on with someone who you care deeply about, okay? Some sort of conflict. And this person maybe has something to do with your business, maybe nothing to do with your business, but you think, no, that's my personal life. It has nothing to do with anything. I'm just going to put it over here. Okay. And then someone doesn't show up for a call and you get agitated. Somebody returns their products and you get angry. Somebody's late for a meeting and you get a little snappy. Or maybe you wake up and you just don't feel like you have the energy to move forward in your business. You don't have the energy to do your follow-ups or to post on social or to go to an event or something like that. You don't have the energy. You don't have the strength. You don't have the desire. And you tell yourself, it's because I really don't feel like doing the business today. I don't really feel like going to the meeting today. I don't really feel like going up to follow up today. And yeah, that person, God, I can't believe they returned their products. I can't believe that, I can't believe that they didn't get on the call with me today. I can't believe they were so rude. And we justify and we justify and we justify how we feel about the experience, but what don't we do usually? What we don't do is we don't take a step back and go, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm not upset that they returned their products. I mean, the company has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so a return is a return. What's the big deal? But maybe I'm still thinking about what my partner said to me 3 months ago. And now I'm looking at my customer or my prospect through the perspective of them actually being my partner, who I'm actually mad at. Maybe I'm holding on to something since the time I was 5 years old. Maybe I'm holding on to something from 5 months ago, 5 weeks ago, 5 years ago. I don't know. Maybe I'm holding on to the idea that if I really evolve who I am, then I might lose a lot of people who have been with me up until this point, and maybe that scares me for a reason. Maybe I worry that if I become successful and I let go of not being successful, then my community will judge me and not want to have anything to do with me. Maybe I don't want to let go of the idea that nothing ever goes my way. Think about what I just said for a moment. Maybe I don't want to let go of the idea that nothing ever goes my way. Maybe I don't want to let go of the idea that I'm not a very fortunate person. Maybe I don't want to let go of the story that says I'm not good enough. Because what would happen if I did let go of that story? Oh my gosh. That would mean, wait a minute. That would mean I'd have the freedom to create a new story and move in a new direction in my life. But if I have the freedom to create a new story and a new direction in my life, then this whole lie that I've been telling all of these people for my entire life will be exposed, but most importantly, it'll be exposed to me. And there's nothing more terrifying in our experience as humans, potentially, than letting go of who we've been so that we can move into who we have the potential to become. There's nothing scarier. And so we do all kinds of things to sabotage holding on to this rope and to prevent us from moving forward. What kind of things do we do? Well, we fight. We fight to be right. We fight to be the first victim. We fight about why this person's right or this person's wrong, or why I'm on this side or why I'm on that side, or why she did this or I did that, or he did this or they did that. And we fight to be right. That's one of the ways we hold on. That's one of the ways we hold on. How else do we hold on? We deny ourselves. We deny ourselves from having new experiences. My old identity says I'm a workaholic. My new identity requires me to let go of being a workaholic so I can enjoy so much of what I've worked for. But I'm going to hold on and hold on and hold on because I have a story that says I have to work all the time. Otherwise, maybe I have no value or don't think I'm worthy enough, or maybe I'm not a good leader or whatever it is. And so I hold on, I hold on. I get so close to this idea of freedom, but I'm unwilling to let go and move forward with freedom. What other ways do we do this? What else do we do? Oh, you know what? I'm going to sit here and instead of posting on social media to build my business, I'm going to sit there and scroll and obsess over what everybody else is doing, telling myself, well, I'm just studying right now, but I'm not really ready to let go. I'm not really ready to let go of the person who's too scared to post on social so I can let go of this rope and become the person who's consistently posting on social. What else do? We tell ourselves a story that says, I'm not smart enough. I don't have the relationships that Sandra has in the sport world. I don't have the background in networking. I'm not like Tim. I'm not like, Kelly or Michelle or anybody. I'm not like these people. And so we hold on to the rope that says, I'm not enough, without exploring who I can actually become. Drop a 3 in the chat box if you know right now which rope you're holding on to, the thing that you want to let go of. And again, you don't have to share what it is in the chat box. But just drop a 3 if you know what it is. Okay. Now, what I do want you to type in the chat box is I want you to before you answer, just really just take a deep breath when I ask the question. Okay. Just take a deep breath when I ask the question and really think about and feel, more than think, feel into the answer of the question. How might you feel if you were to let go of the thing that you just typed the number 3 for? How might you feel if you let it go? Barbara says free, 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 free. What else? And if it's free for all of you, that's free. Ease, loved, space, released. What else? Relieved, successful. How would you feel to let go of the thing that you know is holding you back from moving forward? How would you feel? Empowered, relieved? What else? Anything else? How would you feel? Happy, says Jacqueline. Happy, says Bernadette. What else? Peaceful. How would you feel if you let go of the thing that you know that you're holding on to? Marcia says safe. Look how interesting that one is. Safe. And what's the lie that we tell ourselves? The lie that we tell ourselves is that by letting go, it's not safe. that it's not safe to let go. Unstoppable, focused, in control, and free. If I were to let go of the thing that I know that I'm holding on to, if I were to let go of the thing that I know I'm fighting to be right about, if I were to let go of the habit that I think, that I say is good for me when I know it's really detrimental to me, but I hold on to it because I am fighting to be right about it being a part of my identity. Right? We know so many people in this world who choose to do things that aren't healthy for them, but they use it really as a way to hold on to the thing that they're not want to let go of. Oh, but it helps to relax me at the end of a day. Right, but what kind of day? Well, the kind of day I'm trying to actually move away from. Okay, well, why are you holding on to it? Because I don't know who I would be if I didn't have this thing that I hold on to all the time. Proud, proud, proud. Look at the words. And so what's interesting is if you look at the words that you put in the chat box, not me, these are your words, this is your thing. I do my work on letting go of stuff in my life all the time. This is your work to do for you. But when you look at the word that you put in the chat box, okay, think about that word. And now answer this using a word. When you really think about this thing that you're holding on to, what are the words that describe this feeling? The thing that you're holding on to. And again, you don't have to put what the thing is that you're holding on to, but when you think about the thing that you're holding on to, that you know that you get to let go of, what's the word that you feel? How do you feel when you think about it objectively? You kind of look back on it, you go, let me look at this thing that I'm holding on to. What do I feel? Look at this: heartbroken, stress, limited, pressure. What else? Chaos, crippling, unsure. What else? What else? What do you feel when you think about, when you're honest with yourself about the thing you're betrayed? Big one. Okay, good, good. What else? Anxiety, not good enough. Okay, now, in my comfort zone, angry, conflicted. Conflicted, yeah, absolutely is a word. Conflicted, wasted time. Ooh. Weak. Okay. Scared. Okay. Now, when you look at the second word that you just posted, do you think that that word is a high vibration word or a low vibration word? High vibration feeling or a low vibration feeling? Low. Low vibration. Okay. So what if I told you that I believe that anytime we make a decision to let go of something and we feel relieved or peaceful or free or powerful or joyful or excited or fulfilled, what if I were to tell you that I believe that that's our soul breathing? And yet, when we're feeling things like low vibrational feelings of fear and anger and weakness and confusion and confliction, that is our soul being suffocated. Now, yes or no question, answer in the chat box if you want. Do you believe that if you are a person who operates from a place of your soul breathing, yes or no, do you believe other people will be more attracted to that? Yes or no? So let me make sure I understand this correctly. Okay, these are your words, not mine. I'm just asking questions. Let me just make sure I understand this correctly. What you're saying is, if I let go of the thing that's causing my soul to suffocate, and I allow myself to breathe and allow my soul to breathe, I'm more likely to have people want to be around me. At least the kind of people I want to have be around me. Pretty fair to say is what we're all agreeing here. So can you see how that thing that you don't want to let go of has everything to do with your business and how you can feel in your life every single day? So I don't know what that thing is for you, like I said at the beginning of the call. It might be more than one thing. That's not uncommon at all. For me on the ropes course that day, I think there was like 10 to get across. And I absolutely had 10 things at that time in my life that I got to let go of to move forward. And the interesting thing about being on those ropes that day was, as soon as I did it the first time, guess how quick I moved? Next rope, next rope, next rope. Guess how quick those ropes came together for me with ease. And you know the most interesting thing about it, the way they designed that course, was that in the beginning, there was a longer distance between the rope to let go and to move forward. But kind of weird coincidence, the further towards the end, the closer the ropes got. Why? Because we practiced in the beginning and we built the muscle of letting go. And when you build the muscle of letting go and not holding on to things and not fighting to be right about things and not holding on to anger and not holding on to whatever story you think you need to hold on to stay in this position in your life, life finds a way to make these things easier to move through and move to. When you can move throughout your life from a place of your soul, for the most part, being fully expressed without holding on to these ropes, you in turn gain more energy in your life, more compassion in your life, more excitement in your life, more joy in your life, more fulfillment in your life, more pleasure in your life, more freedom in your life, more peace in your life, more harmony in your life, more friends in your life, more abundance in your life, more prosperity in your life, more health in your life, more dynamics in your life, more will come into your life as soon as you start to let go of the things that no longer serve your life. And the best part about it is it's just a choice. It's just a choice. So in the last 4 minutes, I'll give you a really quick masterclass on how do I actually do it. How do I actually do it? It sounds so simple. Well, forgiveness, gratitude, and compassion. That's it. Forgiveness, gratitude, and compassion. One, can I forgive the person involved in this or the people involved in this and let go of that? Two, can I forgive myself for whatever choices I made during this thing? Two, can I find compassion, not agreement? This is really important. Compassion does not mean agreement. But can I find some way to comprehend why they might have chose what they chose? Doesn't mean it's okay. Remember, hear me loud and clear. Doesn't make it okay. But can I find a way to try to put myself in their shoes to understand why they might have chosen what they chose based on their history, their psychology, the things that they've been holding on to that they don't know how to let go of? And the third one, so forgiveness, gratitude, and compassion. And then the last one is gratitude. So often in life, we have amazing relationships with people, experiences with people, and then one thing happens and everything can get erased. And we've all just go like this. So we've had that experience, right? It's life. It's okay. Just me? Okay, I guess I'm the only person to live on planet Earth. Weird. Or maybe you guys are really aliens in Europe. I don't know. But what I do know is that you still, no matter how angry you've been, no matter how wrong you feel you've been, if you've been wrong, no matter what you feel like you've been betrayed or abandoned or victimized or any of those things, again, doesn't make the person's actions right, doesn't make them okay. But can you find a way to find gratitude for who that person was in your life up until that point? And here's the real mind bender. Can you find gratitude for being the person that came into your life that taught you whether by circumstance or force, they taught you what you required as an individual so that you could move forward and let go. Can you find gratitude for that? Can you find gratitude for them coming in and them being the catalyst for you saying, never again? Never again will I hold on in that way. Never again will I hold myself hostage to something like that. Never again will I be held hostage for something like that. Never again will I walk all over someone. Never again will I allow myself to be walked all over. Never again will I stand still. Never again will I speak too soon. Never again, never again, never again, never again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for showing up in my life at the time that you did to give me the strength, the courage, the focus, the determination to know what it takes and why I was ready to let go and move forward. So do whatever you would like with that. Do whatever you would like. But what I can promise you is that gratitude, forgiveness, and compassion can solve pretty much every problem you have in your life that money can't solve. And guess what? When you live a life of forgiveness, gratitude, and compassion, guess what? You'll end up making a lot more money to solve the problems that money can't solve. It just kind of happens to work out that way. And why? Because money will go to serve its highest good energetically. And so if you create more space of good, money will find you. People want to be in business with you. People want to put you into things. That's how it goes. These aren't my rules. That's just how it works. Do whatever you want with it. But I promise you, this is the last thing I'm going to share with you about this. That thing that you're holding on to, I'm going to post in both groups. What did you learn? Please take a moment and write down, what did you learn? That thing that you're holding on to, guess what? It doesn't want to be held. Have a good night, everybody. Ciao.